Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello everyone. In my latest column for ThePrint, I write about an important session of the CPC Central Committee, which is the 6th plenum that is underway in Beijing. This is an important meeting where the major leaders of the CPC or the Chinese Communist Party get together to discuss the direction of the party and where the party was in the past. It's been only discussed twice in the history of the CPC. The first time such a resolution was brought in front of the plenary session was in 1945 during Mao Zedong's era, and the second session, which was in 1981, when the resolution was brought forward by Deng Xiaoping, and Deng Xiaoping used that resolution to criticize Mao's Cultural Revolution. And at the moment, Xi Jinping is trying to pass a similar resolution which will give him the kind of authority that only Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping have been able to achieve in the past, and he wants to enter that particular league of leaders who are considered one of the most decisive leaders in terms of the history of the party, even though leaders like Hu Jintao and other leaders of the party are also mentioned, including Jiang Zemin, but those leaders are not exactly highlighted in the recent press releases that have been put out by Xinhua. The reason the present plenary session is important for Xi Jinping and China is that Xi Jinping is trying to secure a third term, and he's also trying to secure his place within the party. There is a retirement age within the Politburo which is 68 years old, and Xi Jinping has already reached that age limit, and he's trying to find a way to remain in the party. The leaders in the past, like Mao Zedong, created titles like party chairman to remain in control of the inner workings of the party, and Mao Zedong had the final say of the affairs of the party and the state. And Xi Jinping could attempt to create a similar role for himself where he can continue to rule and control the party despite the fact that he has crossed that age limit and he should have stepped down by now. But Mao and other leaders have used this particular script to remain in power. Deng Xiaoping used his own style to control the party, where he continued to be in charge of the party even after his actual position had come to an end. But Xi Jinping has a particular challenge right now that he's facing. It has taken him 2 terms to reach to a point where he can now bring forward a resolution which can elevate his status to the likes of Mao and Deng, and he has this particular challenge where next year in 2022 at the National Party Congress in November, he will have to make an argument for renewing his place within the party and as the head of the state, and this is what we are going to see in the coming days. Some of the experts even argue that the scope of the resolution that is being discussed at the plenary session this week is much wider than what was brought forward by Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping in the past. The resolution looks at an era which begins with the foundation of the party in the 20s and until now, and where China is going towards its future direction, and there is a particular focus on the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation, and that particular kind of context is important because that's where Xi Jinping is trying to create an image of a strong man who can lead China, and that's the image that he's using state media and other organs of the party to create. And within that framework, Xi Jinping is trying to put himself at the center of the party and shape the country in his own image. And if he is able to pass this resolution and able to gain and maintain his status within the party that he wants to, then he will have the ability to shape China with his signature campaigns like Common Prosperity and some of his other campaigns around distributing wealth and creating more equity within the society. And that's where Xi Jinping is hoping to go once he has the resolution passed and he's able to secure the role for himself next year in 2022 at the National Party Congress. So we'll have to see if Xi Jinping can pass this test that's in front of him, though there is no opposition as such within the party that can really stop him from doing so. But these are the kind of hoops that he has to cross, and get to the other side before he can continue along his longer plan that he has for China and the direction that he wants to take China.